does not appear that there's any kind of an effort up there yet. Now remember, oh my God.
Oh my God.
That looks like a second plane.
It's been 10 years since the attacks on the World Trade Center shook the United States, and the memory of that morning is just as vivid as ever. Millions of Americans watched their TV screens as they saw thousands of lives taken as firefighters rushed to the scene. I had the opportunity to speak with students across the campus at Cal State Fullerton and ask them what they were doing when the tragedy struck.
Well, I was in my room sleeping, and my dad came in and woke me up and told me that a plane had just crashed into the World Trade Center. He told me nothing like this has ever happened before, and so I went and saw the news.
Getting ready for school, and my parents called me up whenever the first tower was hit and had me watch TV, and I remember like my mom thinking it was a movie clip or something like that. I guess I was pretty shocked, but I mean, emotionally not as distraught. And a lot of older people were, who knew like the magnitude of 3,000 people dying.
Every TV in our school was on news, and no one knew what the heck was going on. Some of the kids did, some of the kids didn't. I honestly didn't until I got a little bit older.
I remember some students weren't even there because some parents were, getting so panicky or paranoid they thought like maybe people were going to be drafted. I remember like some friends' older brothers were staying home from school, and people were worried about like, a huge war going on and just a lot of panic.
Even though I can't remember what happened exactly that day, years after when I finally understand what's going on, it still really saddens me.
No, just my friend was giving me a ride to school, and in his red truck, Tacoma truck, and we were riding, and it was on the radio. It was talking about like, oh my God, like they were like screaming on the news saying, oh my God, a plane just crashed into the twin building. For me it wasn't a big shock at the time until like after all the news and everything happening, I realized, wow, some really bad just happened. Yeah, I joined the military because of it too. Really? So it's good. I was hoping I get to go in and do something about it, but I never got to go to war, which I wish I could have, but I never got to.
And although the memories between students are all different, one thing remains the same.
Honestly, it feels like it was just yesterday.
It feels like just yesterday, yeah.
It felt like it was, yesterday.
And of course those stories you just heard are just a few of many which can be told about the memories of the early morning of September 11th, 2001. And I'm actually here at the Richard Nixon Library in Yorba Linda, where you can see 16 tons of metal from the World Trade Center, as well as a ladder truck that was involved directly with the tragedy. Reporting for the Daily Titan, I'm Joseph McHale.